Thank you, everyone, and I'm honored to be here to speak with you tonight. Today, I want to congratulate you, the BCIT Health Sciences, Computing and Academic Studies graduating class of 2016. You are the stars, and this is your day. You have come a long way, and you should be very proud of your accomplishment. Now, as you bask in the glow of your success, I also want to remind you that you likely had some help along the way. From your teachers, many of whom are here this evening, your friends, and of course your parents and your family. Parents, I also want to congratulate you. It is evident today that you have done a great job. I have two daughters, ages 26 and 23, and I watched them graduate too. So I know what it's like to see your son or daughter walk across this stage and celebrate the day with them. Basically, I cried a lot. I tried to think about what was so emotional about this event for me, and I think it was the realization that I hadn't completely screwed up being a parent. Success was not a foregone conclusion for me. I remember when my first daughter was born, and when they said, "You can take her home now," I said, "You've got to be kidding. I have to take an entire, small, tiny human being home and look after them and be a parent." On the one hand, I thought, it must be doable. There's 7 billion of us on this planet. You have to be able to master it. On the other hand, I thought, I don't have a degree in this. No one trained me for this. I don't have a license for parenting. Anyway, you don't get many report cards on being a parent, but this is certainly one of them. Congratulations. Another great thing is that your sons and daughters are graduating from BCIT, which has a reputation for really preparing their students for the working world. And because of this, you can rest assured that your children will not end up back on your payroll. Graduates, today I want to share with you my personal philosophy. It's very simple. It's only 4 words: own it, do it. I have guided my life by these 2 phrases. Own it means accountability. Your life is in your hands, and you're the CEO of it. I know what it means to be a CEO. It means the buck stops here. When you're a CEO, there's no one else to blame for a failure but yourself. A missed opportunity or things that just don't go right. If I don't do a good job, people can lose their job. If I do a good job, I can humbly feel good and give the credit where it belongs, to my team. Do it means make it happen. Get out of that chair, take a risk. Work hard and never say never. You will surprise yourself because, I don't know, I certainly surprised myself. Everything is possible, you just need to do it. Own it, do it. My talk this evening is in 3 acts. Act 1, the journey. You are on a journey. You think you are finished, but you have just begun. When I graduated in 1982 from the University of Waterloo in mathematics, I took a job at McDonald Detweiler. This is a local company out here in British Columbia as a software developer. I came out to BC for the skiing. I had no grand plan. I had no intention of staying, but I still haven't left. With McDonald Detweiler, I traveled all over the world, working with clients in Europe, Asia, and North America. I applied for various positions, and some of them I got, and others I didn't. At Creo, I started as a program manager responsible for the software development, and then, at the end, I became the president. And now I'm the CEO of Copperleaf. I never planned this career. I just kept doing my best at everything I did. I asked a lot of questions. I made a lot of mistakes, and I still do. But I also did a lot of things right. If you're not failing at something, you're just not taking enough risk. Ever since I was in kindergarten, my report cards came home and they said, "Judi has leadership potential." And I really don't know what I was doing at that time to merit these comments. I was probably bossing around all the boys and girls in the class, which I guess I'm still doing today. But no one would have thought, and least of all me, that that skinny kid graduating from university in 1982 would end up as the president of a billion-dollar company or as the CEO of one of the fastest growing software companies in Canada. But it actually happened, and it can happen to you. You are on a journey. I encourage you to keep going strong, keep on learning, and keep trying new things. And if you fail, just pick yourself up and try again. Wayne Gretzky said, "You miss all the shots you don't take." Maybe we should deliver this advice to the Canucks. If you succeed, stretch yourself further. Always have a goal, but be ready to pivot. Enjoy your journey. Own it. Do it. Act 2, partnership. Some of you may choose to stay single all your life, and that is a great choice. The downside is you'll have no one handy to boss around. Some of you may choose a partner to share your life with, even start a family, and even one day sit here as the proud parent of a BCIT graduate. And if you do choose partnership, I want to give you a few tips from the trenches. Anne-Marie Slaughter from Princeton University breaks life's activities into 2 categories. There's caregiving and there's breadwinning. Caregiving is looking after things: children, parents, friends, a home, meals, events. And breadwinning is earning a living. Caregiving is traditionally a female role, and breadwinning is traditionally male. Well, today I want to make it simple. There is just a bunch of work that's got to get done if you want to share your life with someone. It's unacceptable to me that that work would not be shared evenly. In my world, nothing is male and nothing is female. It's all just work. Split it up, assign the tasks, get it done. And of course, be accountable. Here's one example from my life that I'm going to share, maybe a bit embarrassing, but my first husband, not my current husband or the father of my children, I might add, was content doing the breadwinning. The funny thing was, I was also doing the breadwinning and pretty well all the caregiving as well. I distinctly remember one Thanksgiving at his parents' home. His mother was in the kitchen cooking and peeling potatoes, and I was helping her, while my father-in-law and my husband relaxed in the living room, reading magazines. I called to my husband, "Why don't you come in here and give us a hand?" And his mother said, "Oh, that's okay. Let him rest, dear. He's had a busy week." Like I didn't. Okay, imagine this. Everyone at the office is working really hard to meet a deadline. There's so much stuff to do, and you're relaxing in the lunchroom surfing the internet. Well, what would happen? Well, I think if you kept that up, you would be fired. And that's exactly what happened to my first husband. So don't get fired. Instead, create a strong partnership which respects the desires, talents, and goals of each person and divide up the work evenly. Own it, do it, partnership. Act 3, and the final act tonight, diversity. It is a fact that companies with at least one woman on their board outperform those companies that have none. And this is diversity at work. The new Liberal federal government, cabinet, is made up of 50% men and 50% women. That only took about 100 years to happen after women first got the right to vote. So diversity, as you can see, is hard. Diversity comes in many forms. I mentioned gender diversity and gave you some examples, but there are other forms of diversity as well. People come from different races, religions, cultures, countries, experiences. There's young people have different experiences than older people. There's gay, straight people. At Copperleaf, I embrace diversity. We have people from BC, China, Korea, India, France, Germany, the Netherlands, the UK, the Ukraine, Serbia, Australia, Madagascar, and yes, we even have some people from Toronto. I love it. Look, I don't want 5 people just like me to reinforce my ideas. I want people with different experiences so we can challenge each other, become stronger together, and have a greater chance for success. Here you sit today, a group of diverse young men and women. You want to be given a chance to make a difference. So remember this feeling when you get the chance to hire someone new. Own it, do it. You are so lucky to be sitting here today. You live in Canada, the best country in the world. I never take Canada for granted. We have freedom and democracy. We have a free market. We have hockey. And we have a kind spirit. You live in beautiful British Columbia, the Greater Vancouver region, and it has so much to offer. Well, of course, unless you want to buy a house or something. And most importantly today, you have graduated from one of the finest institutions in the country, BCIT. Your journey awaits you. Own it, do it. Thank you.